Welcome to the podcast. I'll give the floor to you. Why don't you introduce yourself and introduce what you're building in with mystartup.ai?
Sure, absolutely. Thanks a lot, Connor. Thank you for having me as well. It's a pleasure to be here. What am I building? Who am I? Shortly about myself, my background is in cybersecurity and digital forensics. My passion has been startups, and I've been working in both things simultaneously. I've been working in multiple startups. I've been working in my engineering role as well in cybersecurity, and I've been building my own project as well. And the project itself is called mystartup.ai. Whenever I was working on all those different startups, I came across a lot of difficulties, and I was working on the marketing departments, and in startup, you need to build everything from scratch. You need to build everything that a marketing platform needs. So you need to do your marketing research, you need to get your target audience in place, you need to prepare your value proposition, your branding, your content strategy, your lead generations, the different marketing channels, depending on what the project is. And all of these things, they need to be done by you by hand automatically. It was not possible until now with the help of AI. So what I decided to do is I wanted to create a platform that's going to help all marketing professionals and all marketing people uh, to have all of these things combined in one place with different templates, with different explainers of what the marketing strategy for kind of pretty much every startup is and what you need to have on your platform. So it can be successful, of course, because when you start out of the blue and you're just kind of stuck, you know what to do with the basic things. You need a website, you need branding, you need logo, and then what? Like people get stuck in it. You start searching for information left and right, but there is not really a platform that is combining all of these things and putting them into one. And that's what I wanted to do. I started working on that, and then I've seen Chat GPT coming out, and I said to myself, okay, so for my marketing platform, I need to have what else to build this. I need to have a business plan. I need to have my go-to-market strategy, marketing plan. I need to have my legal structure. I need to have my development, my branding. I need to have my pitch decks and presentations if I want to then go in front of investors, launch it. And I said to myself, okay, let me find a platform that is kind of combining all of these things together. And then I was searching left and right. There was no platform like this. And I said to myself, so this might be a gap in the market. And I started building a platform that is combining all of these things together. So that's what mystartup.ai is in general. An AI platform that allows you to build your startup from an idea only. So I wanted to make it as simple as possible for the user experience because I know people are lazy. They want one click to have everything in place. And I made it in a way that you come in, you enter a short description of your idea. It doesn't matter what kind of idea it is. Like, I want to sell shoes online. You enter that and you start with a couple of clicks building all of those plans for you. And they're going to be personalized towards the idea that you have.
And so does your AI platform integrate with Chat GPT? Is it using it as the engine behind it that is helping to produce those documents?
So the platform is not live yet. We are currently building it, but the idea is that it's going to be using multiple large language models. And we don't want to restrict ourselves only with ChatGPT just because there might be some limitations, there might be some outages and so on. So we want to use multiple. At the moment, the kind of one of the newest, most famous one would be Google's Gemini platform, and it was called Bard. I think now they renamed it to Gemini. And then, as of course, as you have that, I wanted to also implement a couple of different things that's gonna help the user generate different type of marketing materials, different types of images as well, if you want. So we want to implement Mid Journey. We want to implement as many as we can, so we can make the user experience much better.
And then, yeah, that's kind of one of my questions as well. So it provides that one stop shop, right? Like, there's nothing preventing someone from going to Gemini or me as well, like going into Chat GPT and say, hey, spit out a business plan for me to sell shoes online. So, how will you like differentiate yourself? Is it the fact that you can just do everything from your platform as opposed to very like canned answer from Gemini or Chat GPT?
Yeah, so the biggest difference is the prompt input. So to be able to write a good prompt, that takes a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of test and trial. And I have done that. Most of the people, when they want to use ChatGPT, they ask very, very basic questions like, write me a marketing plan for my business that does this. But behind the scenes, ChatGPT is going to spit out similar information for each person that is asking similar questions. But the more information that you give to the platform, the better answers it's going to give you. And then to incorporate them in a way that after each strategy generation, it collects this information, it keeps it there, and the next output, it gives it much better in a way that it has already saved the information for your startup. And now every single new strategy that you generate is going to be much better and more clear. So the AI is going to understand and is going to learn about your startup, and it's going to give you better outputs as well. That as well as just combining all of these things together. I know there is, of course, marketing agencies that are doing all the things marketing. There is business plan generation agencies, I guess, that are doing that, but there is no platform that is combining everything in one place. And in general, let's say if you want to get an agency to do your marketing, if you want an agency to do your legal parts, to do all of these things, they charge a lot. Let's be honest here. And I wanted to make it very, very affordable for each person. I wanted to make it as well, of course, with the freemium features as well, where you'll be able to get your basic things done. So that is the plan so far.
What is the plan from a pricing perspective? Is it going to be a subscription based service? I don't know if you're willing to share, if you have an idea of like, hey, when this launches, you're going to get XYZ for this much a month.
There is not yet concluded regarding a pricing strategy, but most likely it will be a subscription model, yes.
And then I'm curious, maybe you can articulate to anybody out there that's thinking of starting a business or becoming an entrepreneur, what is the importance of having all these documents? Like, why even have a business plan? Why not just wing it? Say you want to sell shoes online, or you want to drop ship shoes, and you just kind of go online, you go to AliExpress and pick a shoe and start a store on Shopify and just kind of go for it? Why do you need to have all these specific things if you want to be a successful entrepreneur?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a nice question. And to answer that shortly, it's strategy and planning. If you skip some of the most important groundworks in your business, then at some stage, sooner or later, that's going to show up. There has been millions probably of startups going on Shopify, specifically with that example, and 98, 95, 98% of them probably has failed. Just because they don't have their groundwork in place. They just take this. Of course, that's as well a nice thing, trial and error. But the more trial and error you do, the more experience you get. And with each next section, you prepare yourself more. And this is what the preparation part is. The more you prepare yourself, the better you're going to know your next move. And you're going to have a brighter, bigger overview of your entire idea. When you have your business plan that says each of the sections that you need, you're going to be able to overview everything from quite a glance. Like, you have your executive summary with your business concept, your mission statements, the key objectives of the idea, your financial needs, if, of course, you want to be raising money. And then if you will be raising money, you need to have a business plan because that is like a requirement for each investor. They want to see your business plan. How are you going to make money? And then if you have the business plan also, you're going to be able to see different ways to make money. Instead of, for example, even with mystartup.ai, if you have a subscription model, is that it? No, because you can implement, let's say, a tokenized version where in every large language model at the moment there is tokens. The more tokens you use, the more you pay for it. So at the moment you can implement that. You can implement in pretty much every website, you can implement advertisements, you can implement transaction fees. So these are all different income streams that are going to give you a much broader overview of your idea and startup. So it's a good to have.
And you brought up an interesting point there. Is there a specific niche of entrepreneurs that you're targeting? Is this somebody that is going to be a solopreneur, a e-commerce person, someone that runs an agency, or are you more targeting people that are preparing for funding and want to be venture capital backed?
So I will keep at the moment this quite broad because the main idea of the platform is to bring you from a basic idea to a pitch ready startup. Pitch ready, that means you have all of your documentations, all of the things that investor want to see. So let's say if your goal is to get to a VC investor, the VC investors, they want to see all of your documentations ready. They want to see your go-to-market strategy. They want to see your presentation. They want to see your pitch deck. And what does the VC like in a pitch deck, let's say? Most people, they can create like a 50-slide pitch deck explaining everything. But most of the VCs, they just want to see 10 slides. They want to see problem, solution. They want to see the team. They want to see the market size. And that's about it. So if you have everything in one place, I think that's a win.